Hi! Today I will show you my empties and their replacements. I think I never mentioned so far why I don't show actually empty containers in close-up in my empties videos. I don't think it's really interesting for you guys to see the container after I emptied all the products. Instead, if I replace it with same product, then I will show you guys the replacements. In other case, I'll just show old clips when that product was not completely empty. I think it's also not very nice to see the empty containers which actually belong to the waste bin. In any case, I don't find it very aesthetically pleasing to see the waste of other people. So that's why I started from the beginning to avoid to show my actually empty containers. So if some of you were wondering, this is my explanation for that. So let's start. The first product is my eye makeup remover from Clarins. This is for actually heavy makeup, but I just use it even those days when I don't wear heavy makeup because it's just very effective. And still, this is very mild and it doesn't irritate eyes. So I really love this product. This product was also mentioned in my Best of Clarins video. And it took 7 months to use up this bottle. And the next product is my toning lotion, which I actually didn't really empty, but which I just returned it. I talked about this in my last video that I had skin trouble with Clarins Purifying Toning Lotion. So then I bought this yellow one again. This one is Hydrating Toning Lotion, also from Clarins. Although this one is not really made for my skin type, I'm quite happy about this. So I will just stay with this hydrating version of toning lotion. And the next product is Biphase Serum, which I use in the morning because I use different serums for the morning and in the evening. This one is for the morning. This is also one product which I use up very quickly. My last bottle lasted only 4 months. So somehow this one I'm using up quicker than my other serum. But as I mentioned in my Best of Clarins video, I really love this product. It's a great product for hydrating your skin. So I can really recommend this to everyone. And the next product is the other serum, which I use in the evening. This is Clarins Double Serum. This was also included in my Clarins video. I think I never mentioned this, but I normally don't throw away this lid. This lid looks actually very clean and cute, and I use it to keep my spatulas and small samples on my dressing table. I had my last bottle for 6 months. In my last empties video, I mentioned about my day cream, which I emptied at that time, and I tried to use Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base again, and I got the skin trouble. But it was actually the same time as I used that green toner. So it's really not absolutely clear if that skin trouble was caused by this Bobbi Brown cream or from this green toning lotion. Although my skin is now recovered, I was not really ready to try Bobbi Brown face base again. So I just got this Clarins day cream again, and just I'm using this now. Maybe soon I will try this Bobbi Brown face base again, and probably I will tell you in my next empties video how it went. And I also emptied my night cream, which is from same series, from Extra Firming series from Clarins. And this one I also replaced with the same product. It took 6 months to use up my last jar. And the next product is my eye cream. This one is Estee Lauder Resilience Multi Effect. I already talked about this in my eye cream video. And last jar I had for 7 months, and this is the replacement. And next product is body care product, which appears almost every time in my empties videos. This is Clarins Tonic Treatment Oil. It took 4 months to use up my last bottle, and this is the new one. And the next one I emptied is body cream. That one is Clarins Extra Firming Body Cream. I one time talked about the container. I would actually prefer the consistency of a lotion, but I'm having cream just because it has convenient wide opening jar. So it was also getting warmer, so I decided to buy lotion this time. It's exactly the same series, Extra Firming Body Lotion. And I shortly had an idea to decant this into this jar, which was empty. But when I actually received this, I was not sure how I can really clean that jar. Then I just started to use directly from the tube. But it is pretty much hassle to use the tube, and when it's almost empty, then it will be really tricky. Then I have to cut this tube and somehow try to scratch out the last bit. But somebody commented in the comment section that she is actually decanting the lotion to the jar. So I asked her how she is actually cleaning that jar. And she said she just wash it as if she washed the dishes. So I was thinking, okay, that's a great idea. I will try that as well. But unfortunately, I already discarded my old jar, so I haven't got any at the moment. So after this, I will then one time order the cream version and then lotion again and try to decant it. Then I will see how it will work. And the next product is actually a makeup product, my powder. This is Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish Pressed Powder in color Soft Sand. I had a little bit of trouble to get the next one. When my powder was slowly empty, I looked up their webpage and I realized they didn't have this shade anymore. And somehow I realized they had less and less shade left. At the end, just only one. It looked like they never get a restock of this. So I was quite worried and I wrote them an email if this product is discontinued. And they replied, yes, we are very sorry it is discontinued. And this email was exactly the same as one other email which I've got before for another product which was actually discontinued. They are telling, we are very sorry, we understand your frustration, but it's all for you customers. So just standard email, which they just apparently send to everyone who asked if something is discontinued. So I felt quite lost what to do because they didn't have any other powder when they discontinued this. They should have at least one powder in the assortment. So I was pretty much in panic and looked around many online shops. And it looked like many shops, they didn't have this anymore. But finally I found in one shop who carried this and I ordered it. But when I received it, it looked totally different from this one. This seems to be a new packaging for Sheer Finish pressed powder. Well, it was a bit strange. First, it doesn't have anywhere batch code on the box. I couldn't find it anywhere. And inside, this inside packaging is also changed. This one has this gold stripe. And somehow I can't really open this. It's very difficult to open. mirror is going back completely. And this puff is very thin. So I was not really happy about this. And this writing is also different. It's quite bulky somehow. So I decided to send this back. And most of all, that packaging looked different from rest of their products because I own several other powder products from them, and that one somehow didn't fit into it. So I was first suspecting if it's authentic at all because I never bought something from that specific shop before. But then this product also appeared on Bobbi Brown webpage, and I realized this is their new packaging. But I didn't like it at all, so I began to search further. And this time I looked at the photograph of the product very carefully because at the first glance they look quite same. And I did find one shop which still carried the old version, so I bought it from there. But after I used this up, I actually don't know what to do because I really don't like this new packaging. By the way, it took actually 16 months to use up these powders, so it lasts really long. So that means I don't need to worry about the next product within 1 year, but still, let me see what I will do after I used this up. Now I will show you some of my new products which I added to my collection. First one is this cleansing oil. As I mentioned in my Clarins new launch video, I decided to take this oil as a first step of my double cleansing. So after I used up the samples, I then ordered the full size of this. And I had it now for several months, but it's going down very slowly. So I guess it will take a long time to use up this. And I'm very happy about this product. I must say I miss a little bit the scent of Bobbi Brown cleansing oil because I really loved it. This one has more herbal scent. But as I really trust Clarins for skincare products, I will stay with this Clarins one. If you follow me longer, you probably know that I love Lotus face oil for my oily nose. Although I mentioned it also in my Clarins video, I never really mentioned about the other two face oils from Clarins. And one of them is this one. This one is called Blue Orchid Face Treatment Oil. And this one is for dry skin. While I was experimenting with that green toner, I had very flaky skin. And to help the recovering procedure, I asked this in the customer service of Clarins, and I think this helped quite a lot. Although this couldn't accelerate the recovering procedure because it took also 2 weeks to recover from that damage. But whenever I applied this, I felt very comfortable on my skin. So it was a great relief to have this. And next one is my new NARS concealer. This one I also made a video. This is a new shade which is called Madeline because I had custard before. There I also talk about all the 30 shades for which skin color they are and for which undertone. So if you're interested in, you can check it out. I'm actually testing at the moment one pencil eyeliner from Bobbi Brown. And I also ordered 2 MAC ones. Unfortunately, this one didn't work for me. But I think together with those MAC ones, I will make a video because I have all 3 of them at the same time. I can also compare them. Maybe one of them will work for me, hopefully. So please stay tuned for my next video. That was it for today. As always, thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!